See you later.
We'll talk to you later. Have a good night. Be safe, buddy.
Oh,
Bye.
well, I wasn't able to say anything, but okay. But yeah, I mean, yeah. Dang. Hopefully
Good job, man.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Like, I mean, glad to be here. Glad to be here. Anyway, hopefully you custom guys have a much easier race than we did, because I'll tell you what, like, I know I was having problems getting it off of turn 2, like, straight. I was always pulsing the throttle coming off of that turn, so hopefully you guys have it better than I did.
I like how you used the word pulsing.
I'm probably gonna race.
Yeah. I mean, pulsing. I mean, that's what it is. I mean, like, whether you're on wheel controller, like, you're pulsing the throttle, you know.
But FYI, qualifying is starting, and we're only doing 2% for the customs.
I still think it's going to be a hell of a battle.
Pat, you're more than welcome to stay in here if you want to broadcast.
No, unfortunately, I will. I'll tell you what. I mean, I do want to eventually broadcast. I mean, maybe like a Wednesday race or something like that. I mean, but like, I gotta get some. I mean, I literally got home at 6:50, and I was like, okay, gotta do this, and then we racing for 2 laps. I would love to stay on. I appreciate the offer, but I do want to commentate one of these races. I will be in the chat though.
Hold that line, driver.
I just wrecked the field in qualifying.
Hey, don't worry, I spun out in qualifying. And
I seen you do it.
Oh yeah, cool. I'm just like, okay, let's get that done over with and move on. So
Well,
it's a sign of things to come.
Energy hit the wall in front of me, and it fucked up the whole. I was right behind him.
Yeah.
So I guess technically he took out the field.
Oh, we lose so much time being side by side. Like when Jim and I were when I was passing him, it was only for a lap. We were side by side for a lap, and we lost like a second and a half to UK and J. It was insane. So hopefully you guys have a better time with that, because I'm sure no one wants to be single file at people, but you just lose so much time being side by side.
5 to go.
Alright, so I'm gonna back on out. I'll be in chat.
Oh, sorry. I'm trying to type in the name for the other one, man. So sorry. Congratulations, man.
Yeah. Thank you guys. Like I said, always proud to be here. Looking forward to it's the Indy Oval next week.
No, it's the oval.
The Indy Roval?
No,
the Oval?
It's the oval.
The Oval. Alright, so the actual
Indianapolis, yeah.
Okay, cool.
I thought it was a road going, but it's interesting to see you guys there.
No,
No, I was about to say, yeah, we already did that.
Yeah, we already raced there. It's every track one time, and so that's why we haven't done Indianapolis and Homestead, the only 2 tracks for now.
We didn't do Iowa, though.
It's not a real cup track.
Oh, well, neither is the Indy Oval.
Yeah, but it added and people voted on it, so.
Hey, at least we didn't do it while with the newest corner cuts, because like that now the track's just unraceable now.
Yeah, it is. It is so much. They nerfed it too much. Get rid of the 2 problem spots, and then they turned everything else into a problem spot.
Yeah.
Leader just took the white flag and qualified.
All right. Well, I'll get on out of here. So thank you guys for having me. I'll see you guys in the chat.
All right, man. Congratulations. We'll talk to you soon. Hey, why were you so surprised the other night in that other chat?
Okay. Well, the thing is, okay, that league has a history. I don't know if you guys know that.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. All right. So you know where I'm going with that. So I'm just like, okay, how did Bobby get Puddin and Cola, and you had someone else?
No, it wasn't Cola. It was me and Taya Hazard.
Oh, it's Ty?
Oh, Cola Racing, you mean?
Yeah, Cola Racing. Yeah.
Yeah, and
so
won.
I'm just like, okay,
because the winner of the development series, the winner of all their championships, gets a Buck Baker driving experience. So Cola was like, well, at Bristol, so he's like, oh, I'm just going to go win that motherfucker.
Hey, you know what? I mean, honestly, based on what I've been seeing, I mean, he's going to like just stomp like everyone.
Everybody
Like
said the same thing. It's Giggity for life. He's racing for that. I'm just kind of filling in temporary, but yeah, this is my home. I'm not going anywhere else. But yeah, you're like, what the hell are you doing here?
Well, no, because like I said, like I mean, like with the history that the league owner and the league has, I'm just like, how did they snatch like 3 like really like probably the best commentator I've ever heard, and then Cole. Yeah, I'm just like, oh my god, like what happened? I mean, it's like
well,
did he, like,
money
switch
talks.
PayPal? Yeah, like some PayPal, like or something like that. I mean,
money talks. And I told him too. I was like, I'm not doing this booking shit full time for y'all. I'm doing it as a fill-in. You know, Robbie was the one that Robbie Racing suggested, but I was like, yeah, you know. So I did 1 race for them, and then every now and then they want me to fill in, and they're like, yay, you know.
Oh, just watch out. Like you say, like think of it like
I already know Bobby is a fucking, no offense and don't repeat this to him, but Bobby can lie out his ass and fucking
I told him we had a falling out. Is essentially what I'm trying to say. Like I was originally in the league. We had a falling out. I told him that to his face.
Qualifying, brother.
He just doesn't. He doesn't learn from his mistakes. He knows. Everyone knows it.
And I don't want to affiliate myself too much with him, especially with what we got going over here at Giggity. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Just be careful with saying yes, because then he's going to expect yes every time.
Yep.
And then he gets mad when you say no.
Yep. He is a big old crybaby.
All right, I'll step on
Have
out
a good
of this.
night. Yeah, we're getting ready to go live.
I'll see you guys in chat.
All right, guys. Thanks.
Yeah, well. I'm gonna wreck 100 times.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back. We are back at Darlington, and again, we've talked about it for the preset race. Congratulations to Private Patton, almost punching that ticket in Season 5 to Homestead. But tonight, guys, this is not only just a regular season race. This is something a little bit deeper for us. We've done it before. We've come together as a family. So this one tonight is for AJ Storm, as you guys know him, Avery Jarrett. Delaney, we're calling it the prayers for Leanna Reese out there. She had successful surgery today and is going to start her chemotherapy coming up here in the next couple of days. Again, we're having a charity race. We talked about that too. Join, even if you can't race, you know, anything helps. $1 to $20, $5, anything that you can donate, please help them out. But tonight, AJ, we are thinking about you, your family, your mom. Leanna, you said you might be tuning in, man. We are thinking about you, doll. We are praying for you, and we are continuing to hope that everything goes well. Paul Bear up here helping me in the booth. K-Tad is going to be our IRR. So, yes, Ms. Reese, you're going to have to listen to my annoying voice and Paul Bear's annoying voice for 184 laps here at Darlington. Thank you so much, Paul Bear, for helping us out in such a time of need tonight.
No problem, man. Always glad to be here.
Timer's going at 1 minute.
So we got it right there. Mo Power Celtics looks like he's going to be sitting on the pole, and then Cole out there. AJ starting 6. Again, something we don't normally do here on Giggity is run custom paint schemes, but tonight he is running a custom paint scheme also. It is the Cancer Awareness colors. And he's still going to be running that 2-car out of the Cola Motorsports camp. So if you see something out there in the chat, be like, hey, he's right. Yes, we know, and this is out of respect, you know. It's a little bit of an homage that we do. I've done it before for some of my friends and family in the past. You guys have done it for others, too, by running a custom paint scheme. But yeah, looks like the big man himself is starting 6. But yes, so with Saturday, excuse me, guys, we are going to do a Michigan race again. $5 buy-in. I know there's people out there who have donated, who have opened up spots and everything, but if you can, that helps out too. But that race will be at Michigan, and AJ will be up in the booth with me as always. It will be a great honor to help our Giggity friends and family out there broadcast that and spread the awareness of what's going on. We're going to touch on that quite a bit during this race, Paul Bear.
Yeah,
2,
it's
1.
going to be a big event.
You guys can join.
We're on a blue screen for just a minute. and get in here. We just saw all these guys. One caution flag here at Darlington in that last race. Here at Darlington. Never been to a race here. Got to go to the track, take the tour, go through the museum. Fantastic. We missed going to the race by 2 weeks because their contract expired. Darlington, not one of my favorite tracks to drive, Paul Bear. What are your thoughts on it?
I'm going to have to use the famous last words of NRG here. This is not one of my favorite tracks by no means, but I don't know, I guess if you get the right kind of setup in there, you can make it work.
Yep. Hey, your buddy out there's in YouTube land already. The mute dog himself. We know him as the dirty dog, Tom Horton. But Mopau Celtics in that 11th car in Cole Motorsports going to really him down the straightaway here in turn 1. Turns 1 and 2 obviously a little bit wider. Turns 3 and 4 is a problem area. These guys try and figure out what they do. The 19 car goes down below that line. Here comes the 43 car, the 48, excuse me. That is Dean Clavitt already making moves up there in that throwback car for Richard Petty and Dale Earnhardt. Here comes the 10. That is Captain Jack. They make a little bit of contact too. But the new leader right off of the rip, making passes, which is pretty difficult to do. Dean Clavitt out there. Let's jump back here on board with AJ real quick. Go ahead, Paul.
I do like 18 AJ's back.
Oh! Yes, and there's cars flipping back there. He now has a blemish on it too. Yes, there is a blemish on that car. Doesn't appear to be any contact or caution. I think it just came out right there too, but
actually AJ is actually going to be my captain for the next upcoming.
Oh yeah, I read about that too. I heard about that. So yeah, congratulations to you on that. But that's going to be a big ordeal. AJ has done so much. Tate had reached out and he did a little bit of an AJ story. I have a small one myself. I've talked to him, not too much, but I have talked to him quite a bit through Messenger and stuff. At one point in time, he really did. Ooh, I like that matte color on that too that he's running through, and he's got the medical symbols on there for the hospitals and stuff. And the first part I do like that. But he wanted Komodo KMS at one point in time when I had the 2 Mustang because he really wanted to drive that, being one of his favorite cars. And then for the season 6 draft, I actually got drafted by old AJ over there, and then ended up getting traded. But yeah. AJ's done a lot too. He's a very recognizable name here in Giggity. Not only that, like that, the Homestead Heat Winter Series, he qualified there with our own Flash 9, Fluffy, and the one and only Cola Motorsports. They all made that race too. So not only recognizable here in Giggity, but recognizable all through the Heat community. So guys, put it out there in the Heat chat too. Let's see what we can do to help this young man out and his family in their time of need.
Yeah,
Wow, that's bad.
Mo Power just made Mo Power contact back here.
no power?
Yeah, they both have no power right now. Roberts Gaming, what's up guys? Hey, what's up? Thanks for tuning in out there. Again, another new name in the YouTube chat. We really do appreciate, but yeah, that's Nuka Bob in 12 right there. No power, excuse me, no offense there. NRG, him and AJ, they go back a long time. We were sitting there doing we call it bench racing in the chat, or he calls it Chongling last night. A lot of just good stories going back and forth. But yeah, so second caution under the tonight for these guys. This is going to be a long race, which we just saw for these guys too. So if you're on a controller, you might be able to sit back, put your feet up. The guys on the wheel though, they're really going to have to start quite wheeling and dealing a little bit tonight, Paul Bear.
Yeah, I think they are. Because I mean, this track is different. You can set your car up for long slow turns.
Look at the leader.
And
Starter has a green flag in hand. Have a good day.
Oh, here we go. Look who's going to bring them down right now. AJ Storm and El Parco. I do like El Parco's paint scheme. I wasn't a fan of it when I thought of it, but now here we go.
Coming to quick.
He says, I'm going to go out there and do my best and try to get the W. Oh, contact being made. 48 goes into the wall. Just a little bit caught. Everybody trying to check up. Here comes Celtics. 21 at flash 9. Power move by the 11. Right up the middle. Still side by side. Nuka Bob gives the 48 a little bit of a shove. The leader of this lap, AJ Storm in that custom mom car. How awesome is that if he could pull out the W tonight?
Yeah, that would be awesome. And he's got those two teammates right behind him.
Yep, Captain Jack, the fastest guy in the Heat 5, self-proclaimed. I call him Andale, Mr. Speedy Gonzalez, and Colin Motorsports, but he has pulled himself out a couple car lengths. That is, I love the color, and I love that matte finish. And I know they didn't give us the ticker, broadcast ticker like they promised, but they're going to help us out the paint booth. I love how they give you that option for that matte finish. It just makes it for so many unique color schemes out there for these guys. But Dean Clavitt back there, that is El Parco falling off. He's back to 5th after he was leading. AJ still leading, got his teammates right behind him. Celtics right there holding on to it too.
Battle here for second. I'm going to Captain Jack.
Private Pat, oh, go ahead.
Not focused. He wasn't. I didn't look like he was going to be able to push the pass, but he actually did. Captain Jack falling back to coach.
K Taddy now getting fired too tonight, running that typical 32, but there's no orange on it, Taddy. You know the rule. You're fired for a week.
Okay.
Robbie racing way off the pace. I mean, I've heard of Robbie gear, but I've never heard of Super Robbie gear. I mean, these are only 4-speed transmissions. It looks like he put 7-speed in that thing. Something obviously might have happened to him back here, seeing how that's going to work. But new leader back up front. Celtics the second. Colin Motorsports in that 4 car. Here comes the 48, making a move on the inside of that custom 2 car back here. Very difficult place to pass at, but we have been seeing some good passing tonight. You know, Parco said if he won, he said in the last chat, if he won this race, he wants to go back and redo it. Man, I veto that. I will find a way of making sure that car is permanently parked if he does that. He gets to the inside, contact being made with the 2 back here. That's going to shove him back. 48 gets around him, as does the 21. The 2 hits a wall. That's going to cost him quite a few positions. Now he has Nuka Bob right behind him. El Parco won the 3rd. I mean, it's all right for a Ford and no orange. One of these difficult tracks again, 2 custom guys might be able to get around here just a little bit easier. Looks like that 10 car, Captain Jack, we just saw him up front fall way off. Nuka's now trying to get around AJ. Looks like AJ just hit that wall. It's going to cost him another spot. Oh! Big contact, big contact. The 10 car back here gets into the 2. The 2 goes spinning around. No caution. K-Taddy's going to go around him. Robbie's going to go around him. He waits down there. He's got to get back up on there before these guys come back and put him a lap down. He would be the first car to lap down. I don't know what the 2 cautions if they're going to have to pit, but AJ Storm out here racing for his mom tonight. Just gets a big old shove from his teammate. New leader Celtics, Colin Motorsports right behind him. These guys know, no stranger to racing with each other. Flash 9 back here trying to make, oh, and Celtics hits the seam. Something happens and he spins out. Cole up there. I agree with Patton too. He says that there is a, the different lines you can run in 3 and 4. We just saw him out there looking really good. Dean Clavitt, that private Patton car right behind him. That's Flash 9. But El Parco in second caught up to Colin Motorsports. And Camaro challenged me to Madden. I don't know if I want to take that challenge or not. I haven't had good luck the last couple nights. Top 3 starting to break away. Big shove. It does look like that 48 of El Parco is pulled the old park and brake off that as he's coming down the straightaway. Gives Cole just a little bit of a shot. Gets him loose. Makes him move to the inside. Where's Flash going to go? New leader. 48 back up there. Again in that good looking paint scheme.
Just watching it.
makes another power move back to the inside. Yes, Dirt Dog, still out here in Vegas. We don't move for another week and a half. Week and a half to 2 weeks, we will be in Seattle. So if you do not hear me on air, it's obviously because of that situation, our moving situation, every 13 weeks. I will do my best, which is, I really didn't think about that too. Hopefully that doesn't kill my chance if I make it to Homestead. I do not want to have to be on hotel Wi-Fi for that, but if I got a lag wreck love me to get to the front, I will do it. Just outside Seattle, Dirt Dog in Auburn, actually, where a good friend of our racers here in Giggity 2, E-Racers Development, we talked a lot in the baseball, but TJ is from Auburn. He is probably 10 minutes from where we are moving to. Just outside Seattle. I call it Seattle because no one's heard of Auburn, Washington. 48 of Private Patton back here. Not going to give up that fight on that 4 Colomobile. Flash 9 right there too.
Pudding. The 48 is Parco, not Private Patton.
Oh, yeah, 48 Patton, my bad, apologize.
Not Patton, Parco.
Yeah, Parco.
Literally just told you it's not Patton, and then you said the 48's Patton. I'm sorry.
Yep, my bad. Well, I'm right there looking in the chat, and I saw Private Patton's name, so it just came right there. But here comes Parco, and that 48 touches the last side driver door of the 4 car. They make contact, puts 4 in the wall. That's going to put Parco up to the lead. Flash 9 still in 3rd. Nuka Bob not too long ago got his first custom win here in Giggity, back here in 4th. Cole not going to give up the battle.
No, I don't think he's going to stay back here in 2nd for long.
And Private Patton said, wait, I'm racing? Yeah, you just did. So he was inadvertently, yeah. No, he just won our preset race. Again, tonight this custom race goes out to you. Mama AJ will say that, you know what I'm talking about. We're thinking about you, we're praying about you out there. Again, a good, successful surgery for her today. We'll start the chemotherapy coming up soon. We do have that benefit race up. Go find the GoFundMe. It is all over the chats, guys. Even if you can't race, anything helps. Help one of our own out there. It really is too, you know.
I know every time I see it, I share it on Facebook.
Yeah, I've shared it on my Facebook and seen it up there. And this Facebook that I have, I got rid of my original one. This one was strictly, pretty much just for Giggity actually. So everybody Giggity is out, and that's who you guys are out there. So you guys have seen it. So there's no reason that you guys can't just hit that button, click. And donate what you can. Anything helps. I know times are tough right now. COVID is obviously still real. It is putting a damper on things, and that's making things even harder for him. As Cola Motorsports hits the inside wall. Here comes NRG right behind him. That looked like there was a lap car that got in front of him.
And from here on out, everybody can make it on in the stage on fuel.
You just heard it right here. They are going to pit. Paul Bear, do you fix your damage? I mean, I think you would have to in a custom. I mean, you drive customs, it affects it so much.
Yeah, that was the like the second.
Yeah, my rule is 3 seconds or less. I won't touch it. I walked in Glen. I came around the corner and saw the back of that 22 car. He got a little loose, gave me some damage in it. Wasn't enough to really make me want to go fix it. It did affect it though. You notice that stuff. I know the preset guys do too, but the customs, as you know too, Paul Barrett, really is noticeable.
Drive safe.
I noticed it in there, so clean.
All right, you're coming to the green.
For now.
Flash 9 and El Parco. Then we got Nuka Bob and Taddy. That's your top 4. Here we go. Rack them and stack them after that caution. They are going to be making here on out to the second stage. Checking on that AJ Storm car. He's sitting there in that 7th position. Probably really did want to see that. Oh, one car hard in the wall back there. That's going to check everybody up.
Perfect.
Man, Taddy said it was him.
Thanks a lot, man.
Wide Open said if he wins the championship, he'll donate to the cause. Wide Open, if need be, and if you want to race that race, I have donated out there, but because I'm in the broadcast spot, I think I opened up 4 spots. I think I'll have to confirm it, but I know 2 are taken. I do believe there might be another 2, but let me get back with you on that one. But if you want to race that one again, wanted to donate a little bit more, but coming up the moving time for us, we always have to be a little bit on the safe side. We don't get reimbursed till after we get there, so and that's what really stinks. And even then, just because this is we're doing this tonight, we're doing AJ in the wall right there, and we're doing the race Sunday, doesn't mean that the donations has to be over, guys. The links are always going to be out there. People are going to keep you posting, so if you can't do it today, you can't do it tomorrow, you can't do it Friday, at any point in time, all donations are appreciated to help this family out. But talk to AJ 10, I told you guys today, contact up here in the wall. You believe that is the new kebab mobile. Everybody's going to try to get around him. She did have successful surgery. Oh, he hits the wall real quick, get right there. She's going to start a chemotherapy, but it was just great to hear that the successful surgery today, and that's very important. On Saturday for that race, we will have AJ himself up here in the booth, which is going to be very cool. Trying to get back up to that battle for the lead. Well, it looks like AJ scraped the wall just a little bit cold. His captain's going to get around him. 21 Flash 9, again, another one of the Homestead Heat competitors out front. El Parco. Like I said, Paul Bear, for that paint scheme, I'm a huge Richard Petty fan. Wasn't a big, huge Dale fan. He obviously didn't want to see him die, but the way they did that paint scheme, it's growing on me more and more. It's very cool looking. And Tom Horton tells Taddy that the pedal is on the right. Well, he told us earlier he only had 1 pedal, and it was the parking brake pedal up in the left-hand corner, so that explains something cool. Stu's starting to break away just a little bit. I do believe that is Captain Jack right there in that, yeah, that is Captain Jack right there in that 3rd spot, so he's worked his way back up there. Put a little hot sauce in the tank. We're going to have to check his fuel, Ooh, Robbie Crate scrapes the wall. Even in fun lobbies, man, this is not one of my favorite tracks. I would love to go see a race here, not participate yet.
Well, you did get a podium finish.
I did, didn't I? I did, too. My very first podium in Giggity was here at Darlington. I ended up 3rd. I can't believe you remember that.
Oh, of course it is.
That was, that was preset Xfinity. So, yeah, tracks that I love, I can't do well at. Tracks that I don't care for, I always seem to do well. That's why I was really surprised that Watkins going to get a 2nd the other night, because I really love that track. Worked my butt off. But the 48 of El Parco up here, giving a lot of pressure. Chevy on 4 Mustang Prime up here to that Flash 9 mobile. And Anthony Karp, what's up, buddy? How are you doing out there? Tell Mini Carp I said say hi. I've been sending me pictures. Carp's got himself a rig. He's got himself a shifter. He's got himself a wheel. And he said, I'm going iRacing. Plus, he just got Heat 5 back again. So can't wait to see Anthony Carp out there in the development series. So I told him to get in contact with you, Paul Bear, if he hasn't already.
No, I don't think that.
Yep. Pass for the lead right now. Wow! Parco is just on a different rail. His car seems to rotate and get through that through the corner so well. But I just want to say, by doing that, how's that doing? He used with the tires. He just got loose coming off of the corners, man. So therefore, that shows, a 1-lap burner car, which he doesn't appear to have necessarily a 1-lap burner as smooth as he flashed there. But you don't want to loosen up too much. But you got to get the car around the corner here at Darlington.
If I'm not mistaken, that podium finish you got, if I'm not mistaken, you didn't care for the way you got it, but you accepted it, but you didn't want it.
Yeah, there was something that happened on the back stretch, and I just I was sitting 6th on that restart, and I was like, okay, I can get a top 5. Something happened, and oh, we see Mo Power NRG on pit lane. But yeah, there was something that, Captain Jack Brown, Luca just missing. Yeah, there was an accident on the backstretch, so I avoided from 6th. So again, it wasn't even like a truly deserved podium. I didn't, I just avoided a wreck on the last 2 laps. The green went check.
But if you didn't deserve it, you would leave that.
You gotta put yourself in position. I just wanted a top 5 that night and get out, because my first lap that night we were actually in qualifying. That's how much I didn't want to drive the track. I walked into Glen the other day, like I said, for the 18 gazillionth time. I put a lot of time into that one, so I was really happy there. But on board with Celtics right now, it looks like he's behind Flash 9.
Yeah, I was doing some practice today.
And some people had actually reached out to me last night. I know Rub on him did. I almost posted it because Rub on him challenged me to a 2-race deal at Watkins Glen, and way late in the morning after too many adult beverages, and I was like, okay, whatever. And I still laid it to old Rub out there, but he's going to have himself a good truck. But if anybody wants help with Watkins Glen, whether it be a setup or breaking points or anything like that, or just want to turn some laps, I'm always down to help out the Giggity family with what we're doing tonight, helping the Giggity family out. How do I feel about racing tomorrow at Kansas? I admit I'm kind of excited about Kansas. Everybody knows Kansas is a high, wide, and handsome track, but if you can make that middle lane work, you can't necessarily run that bottom unless it's on the first lap, but if you can make that second lane work, that's going to be the best way to pull off the quote-unquote slide job there. But I'm looking forward to Kansas tomorrow. Feel like I got a good car. The team's got a good car, so we just got to keep ourselves in contentions to, get to Homestead as we're jumping back on board with AJ here in that custom car. I'm going to call it the mom car. Is that appropriate? Well, there, I think it's a good car.
I would say so. We're doing it for it, Mom, so.
Yep. Yep, and the one and only Robbie, he mentioned it earlier, he said mum. No, it's not a mum, it's a mom, and we're thinking about AJ Storm's mom. She's going through a lot, physically and mentally and personally herself, but the family don't think that they don't get that physical drain. And we've all been there, we've all had somebody do something. So these guys and their family, everybody out there, they are right there with her, and it makes for long sleepless nights. So again, AJ, I'm thinking about you. Can't wait to talk to you on Saturday for the race, man. We're trying to do our best here in Giggity to do everything we can.
Yeah, for sure. Gothenburg group.
Dirt Dog said he needs help. Yeah, Dirt Dog said he needs help. Well, there's not enough doctors in... There's not enough doctors in this world to help the old Dirt Dog out. I'm sorry. Watkins Glen or not, man, there's not enough help for you. But Carth just said, thoughts and prayers to you, AJ. I mean, he has been an aspect out here. He's helped Kate Taddy. He was the one that, kind of wrecked Kate Taddy. You heard that story. He drafted me earlier this year. He drafted you this year. Great guy to talk to. You never want to see somebody go through a situation like that. So, Giggity unite, guys. Stand up. Go ahead, Paul.
What did they get drafted for?
Custom Xfinity. Yeah, and then I ended up getting traded, but he was the first one that traded me. He drafted me really quick. Again, the colors tonight that we see on this car are, each color cancer out there has I shouldn't say it like that, but each cancer has its own kind of a color, with breast cancer it goes to pink, lung cancer it's blue. So he's running the cancer awareness colors tonight on this. He knows that it kills me to say this, a Ford Mustang, but he's still sticking true to his roots of his team and running that dude's car too. And oh, back here, the 19 low power D Smith, and they make contact with Nuka Pop, and that's going to bring AJ up there. He's got to check up real hard. Wow, big check up there. Things do happen. NRT again, just having no luck, man, with that.
With that hunting motor?
With that hunting motor. Yeah, he's got the hunting motor. That's right. That's right. Robbie racing out there. His Chevrolet's looking pretty good again tonight.
And 4 laps to go. That counts 5.
Yeah, exact. See, like right there. So yeah, big carf, mini carf out there. Leukemia is an orange ribbon, you know, for leukemia awareness. So don't ever think, think about that. Mini carf been going through some stuff as with Anthony and them. So I do got a blue ribbon tattooed on my arm for my Anthony grandfather with colon cancer, and then. You know, a lot of people obviously affected with the breast cancers, the pinks. There's just you don't want to affiliate a color to cancer. You just want cancer to go away. You know what I mean? That's really fact it is to it. All cancer is it's one of those tough things to deal with, but when you have a strong support system with you, which I know AJ does back home too, plus here, same thing with Anthony out there. They got a strong support system, mini car. Anytime I can, I always try to say hi to her. I can't wait to race with her one day. I saw her sitting back there behind that rig. I saw her sitting behind your rig one day. Maybe we can get her up here as a guest commentator one night for a race for a little bit too.
That'd be pretty cool.
I know sometimes too I do broadcast on my own personal channel, and Carf and many Carf out there tuning and cheer me on, and I appreciate it. One of these days when I get back that way and get hooked up with him and stuff, and shake his hand and give her a hug. Same thing if I could shake AJ's hand. And Paul Bear, I don't know if I want to shake your hand. I don't know where that thing's been.
Hey,
you Canadians are, yeah, you Canadians are crazy. Talladega's going to be a blast too. It just seems like it's a week by week basis that more people are going to end up going down to that Talladega race and hanging out, kind of what the Motor group started at Texas there on board with Taddy. How many laps do we got to go in the stage bus?
12 up.
So there we go. Last lap.
We'll get it.
Try to get up there. He walked away from El Parco a little bit. El Parco put up a good fight there, Paul.
Yeah, he looked like he was like a second or 2 seconds back. Battling real good.
That'll earn you a few stage points.
So Flash 9, El Parco. Gonna round it out. Again tonight, gonna keep the car, keep it on for AJ Storm. We've been talking about it. I just got a message from somebody. Let's see how this works out real quick. I don't like messages from this guy. Oh, okay, it's just stage results. Flash 9, El Parco, Celtics, Cola Motorsports, and Nuka Bob. That's your top 5. That's your top 5. Messages that I'm scared to open is actually from Country Caliber. Those messages make me nervous. AJ, you're not an embarrassment. He said it's usually not his best track. Don't worry about it, man. It's not about where you finish, man. It's about representing. You're doing that well. We're trying to represent for you up here as well as everybody here in Giggity, trying to, represent for you guys, man. So don't worry about where you finish. Go out and just make your mom proud as we're going to rack them and stack them in stage 2. Paul Bear, Flash 9, El Parco right there. Cole Motorsports and Celtics. Trying to go single file. They go single file real quick too. Oh, Celtics gets a little bit there loose, it looks like there. He's coming back on the track, goes back up right in front of AJ. AJ's going to come underneath him. He's trying to get into his team captain right there. AJ now up to that 4th position. Robbie racing in 5th. Contact being made in that 19D. 32 of Kid Caddy and Celtics back here. It's so hard. There's not, when the runoff room, we talked about it earlier in the preset race, the runoff room was actually supposed to be the banking. This real track was supposed to be the low side of it. So utilizing that banking, they don't have a lot of room to go or anywhere, and that's going to put shuffle Celtics all the way to the rear. Carr said, yeah, no pressure. Just do it for your mom, AJ. He's sitting back in that fifth spot right behind Robbie Racing. Kohler Motorsports in third. El Parco. Looking good. Oh, without a doubt. We saw him in Flash 9. I mean, he's a picture in the Heat community. Cola, too, like I said, we saw them in the homestead race. And it would be a surprise to see AJ out there at the Indy Roval, but with everything going on, if we got a new leader right now, Parker takes her to the front. But you know, there's a lot going on, and at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. This is a video game. Family is more important. So,
and I'm very glad to get picked up by AJ for the upcoming season. I'm going to try to do it for the new season. I'm really proud and try to get as many top pods or whatever as I can.
oh, Robbie in the wall, just a little bit. It touched just a little bit. It's so hard. You get those left sides. It doesn't. You get those left sides below that dotted line, Paul Bear. Things can get crazy.
And I know there's probably a lot of heated temperatures here right now, but like you said, it is just a video game.
That's how competitive everybody is, though. I mean, unfortunately, you've heard me get heated one night. I think it was Iowa. I was the IR. Afterward, you said, "Pud, I didn't even know you could say things like that." Well,
yeah.
Being in the military, being a mechanic, and being a racer in real life, traveling around the country, you learn to pick up on some words that you don't always want to hear as we see a battle back here in a second for Kohler Motorsports and Flash 9.
And now with the IRR, I'm actually get caught on broadcast. Saying something that weren't so funny.
Yeah, well, I've done that too, where I was, I hit that off-air button and technology just came back to fight me, but at the end of the day, we are all human. This is a video game. It is fun, but that's how competitive giggity racing is, you know. So AJ back there in that fourth spot doesn't have any competition. Robbie's trying to chase him back down. The top three checked out a little bit. They are now single file. Captain Jack on the underneath that 19 car now here at Darlington. Can he get him cleared? Yeah, it does. Looks like there's still damage to that D. Smith car, and that could be the glitch that we see as we see Captain Jack now quit the wall back here, and D. Smith having to make a move back underneath him to avoid that.
Battle here between Kohler and El Parco. Race behind Flash 9. Kohler trying hard to get around that 48.
Yep, trying to get back up there it is. El Parco doing something that we normally don't see, and that's him going fast. That's really weird. I don't know what's going on tonight. The Kohler trying to get into on the inside. So now I'm superstitious, so if I run good with the paint scheme, I'm going to keep it. Maybe we'll see this paint scheme back from El Parco. He tries to keep it off the wall just a little bit. Flash 9 right behind him. Top three checked out. And we got AJ Storm back there. Oh, there's the Darlington stripe by El Parco. That's going to check Flash 9 up a little bit. But, oh, he does it again by himself. He said, just like we've seen in a movie out there, you know. Look at that, a side we ain't gonna have to fix. I don't want to spoil it, Buck. AJ Storm, no pressure from behind, no pressure in front of him, just trying to race that race. Celtics behind Robbie, Robbie right behind AJ. D. Smith in that 19 car, trying to keep up and track that 10 car back down. That is Captain Jack. Long stages here, 184 or some laps like that at Darlington. I don't know about you, Paul Bear, but I mean, I don't know how about doing one race here, but try doing 2 races in the booth. It makes it a little difficult up here. Can't appreciate your help again. And Justin Shacken helping out for the preset race. K Taddy also. Taddy's still in here a little bit. You can hear him in the background. On and off of that gas pedal, being the IRR tonight. How many laps do we have to go when you are free,
43.
obviously?
Leader just came to 42.
So the leaders just came to 42 now.
In phase 2.
That makes me want to go to the refrigerator and grab myself another beverage. Oh, Parko! Parko, whoa! Way off the pace, hits the wall, comes down, keeps it down to the inside, waiting to see what's going to happen. He's still on the inside of that white line. AJ Storm, Robbie, and Celtics look like they're going to get Parko clear right there. But yeah, Customs too, Paul, you know. Everybody drives differently, but that looked like one of those things where, I don't know if it was a mistake on his behalf, he wasn't doing something, or if the car just gave out on him.
Yeah,
The front runners pulled that.
White to the apron too.
Something you don't want to see, but next week these guys are going to one of my favorite tracks to drive. It doesn't matter what series. They're going to the Indianapolis, the actual oval, not the Roval. They will be racing the 2.5 mile, 4-corner, flat corner at that. Too many straightaway short shoots, as they are called. Racetrack next week. Xfinity goes to Kansas tomorrow, and then to Richmond after that. Trucks are going to Watkins Glen on Monday, so again, following the schedule. Everything is mixed up a little bit here in the points championship.
And development are actually coming here in the Cup Cars.
I feel sorry for those guys.
So, any of you Cup drivers out there that want to come into the development, you're more than welcome to sign up. Races them on here till the field day.
Yeah, and you allow captains to race whenever they can. I'm not gonna lie to you. I pick and choose the tracks I enjoy driving. Do not look for an appearance from me on Friday night. I will be out there in YouTube land, as always, with you guys, you and Just Jack and Kate and Ma Bear do such a great job. I will be there for that, but I will not be on the track. Sorry to say.
But something we do try to tell the Cup drivers to sign up for too is not to, they're just in there like as a field killer. So try to keep your composure and not wreck the development guys because they're actually in there racing for a championship.
Yep. Yeah. So, accidents do happen, but
yeah, it does.
But yeah, don't push the issue.
I mean, you're in there to have fun. So go out and have fun.
Good battle back here with Robbie and Captain Jack. Now, I do believe Broom's the points leader for the custom in the development, correct?
I believe so.
Captain Jack making a move to the inside. I think I saw a little baby lag, but I couldn't tell. Bill Parko's got himself a great car tonight, especially after that working his way back up there. There's a Darlington stripe and then there's a Darlington makeout, and it looks like he's just trying to straight make out with that wall. Yeah, and see, Anthony Carter said too, for the Cup guys that go down the development, don't necessarily go out there and race or show walk. Go out there and help them, even though you might not be in the same party, show them something, that's a good, show them a good mind or something like that. AJ Storm back here by himself. D. Smith, Mo Powell at D. Smith at that.
I'm 2 laps down.
Indianapolis is going to be a fun race for these guys next week. Can't wait to watch that. Second here. Sorry to keep it on Robbie for a second. I had to put my hair up. Celtics is right there on the rear bumper of El Parco. Yep. Now can they track down that 2 car, the one we're thinking of tonight? The support and everything, guys. That is AJ Storm. So AJ Storm's not his greatest track, but he's having a pretty decent show, and I do believe that's called Motorsports.
Yep, I think it's total plot and then AJ, I believe.
Cole is stepping down as a captain next year too. Cole is stepping down as a captain.
No Cole's stepping down as well, I was told.
Yeah, he's dealing with a lot too, so thoughts and prayers to the Noco family. Oh, Celtics gets way loose coming off the corner.
I haven't heard much about Noco on how things are going with them, so I didn't.
Yeah, I haven't gotten any updates lately. Oh, another car
AJ
gets loose coming off the corner. Yep, AJ gets loose, another car right there. But, yeah, so that's going to give El Parco a chance to get back up to the custom, I'm thinking of you, Mom car. You got to be coming to at least 20-something to go. Oh, it looks like AJ's ducking down on that tricky pit lane. Let's see. Yeah, he is coming down the pit lane, so AJ now coming down for Ford Fresh using the Bulletfield fuel. G. Smith down there doing the same. In as many laps you put in as a custom driver, Paul, you know this too. Every now and then, and here comes Celtics down. You still may or may not want to make an adjustment to the car. It won't be a big adjustment, but something just to give you that little bit. Again, like I said in the preset race, I'm a fan of tire pressure adjustments. Wedge, for me, I consider it like a last-ditch effort because it'll eat your tires up more if you're not careful with it. Parco out there trying to...
I normally work on my truck like for a full week before the race. So when it actually comes to race time, I have my tires set where I want them to be. Because I'm watching my tires all the time and seeing when they're at, seeing the temperature, stuff like that. So I pretty well got mine set up where I want it.
Yeah, and as do I. Same thing. You put a lot of time into the, like, I got my Kansas car. We know it's going to be a highline race, but I'm trying to get it to run that medium, that second lane. You can't make that low line work. But like you said, look what the tire temperatures are, see what happens. But on a green-white checkered, if you can come down, I'll raise the right sides up a little bit. We'll take some wedge out of it, loosen it up, and then let the old girl eat. But on the long run, that's how I build a car. Again, I say it all the time, it's so cool to see your name up on the daily, weekly, or all the old time, but for me, I don't really want people to know by doing that, though, how fast I am. I'd like to keep that secret silent but deadly. I did that 2 weeks ago at Canadian Motorsports Park in a truck. I was just doing a little practice online, and somebody was like, hey, this guy's at the top of the leaderboard. I'm like, I was hoping we weren't going to see that, though. But you don't want to give all your cards away, though. You know what I mean? Oh, Cola gets loose. He Flash 9 at 21. He's around the 21, and Flash 9 avoids it. He's going to lose some spots now. Ooh, maybe that's his cue to come to pit lane, trying to maybe stretch it out a little bit. Those guys get put down a lap or two.
Yeah, I did do a boo-boo this year. When it came to Bristol, I had it set up in my truck that I was really comfortable with. I was doing really good with, but I wasn't quite as fast as our good captain now, which is Dr. Robbie Bobby. So
over there at Proctology Motorsports.
But he was trying to make his setup was a little bit looser than what I'm comfortable with. But he kept telling me, just try the setup, just keep working with it, it'll come to you. So when it came to the race time, I went to put my setup in and by accident hit his. And I made a mess of that race. I mean, your truck racer, Trinity, he smoked. That poor man, I'm telling you, I must have gave him a heart attack every time I came around.
It does happen sometimes, as we see El Parco on the pit lane right now, too. Just like I said, Rub and I did a couple of races last night, and I gave him exactly what I was running. I know he's on a wheel, got to meet him, shake his hand, but the setup that I chose to run, he didn't care for it. You know, he said it was too loose. Now, for me, I even think mine's a little too tight, to be honest with you. But the tire wear that you can get out of it, and the fuel mileage you can get out of with your gears and stuff, that thing's changed. But everybody prefers to drive a different type of car, and they have the way to do it. So, cars now coming off the pit lane. Pit lane's been a busy spot for the last 5 laps. Flash 9 now coming down.
I do get a decent setup for Watkins Glen. I'm actually running a Pro Leaguer setup, so, and I mean, it works good, it handles good, it's quick. It's not as fast as, you know, fast as I'd like it to be, or it could be, but.
But again, things, we just talked about it. As for Buck, too, the night before the Watkins Glen race, Buck's on a completely different team, and Buck's one of those guys you can't hardly beat. He was struggling 2 minutes before the race, asked me for some help. I gave him something I was running, and Buck and I were competitive, too. It just depends on your driving style, how you drive that track, what you prefer. My favorite map too, the have up in that left-hand corner, is I love knowing where my tire wear is and fuel mileage. Some people put the timer up there. I don't care about that timer. I care about those tires and that fuel. But
20 more laps, no mistake.
Big Jim out there again. He just finished second tonight here in the preset race. Great run by him. Glad to see he wasn't running an automatic tonight. But yeah, he gave old Private Patton a run for his money.
He's been a force to be reckoned with ever since he came to game.
Yep, he just he got signed just a little too late for the championship, but missed a couple races with the holidays, which no harm, no foul. But always goes out, always a top 5 car, always looking for a couple W's. He's got some of those too. Heck, he's got a giggity W. I don't even have that yet too, so he can add that to his resume. I'm on board with AJ Storm trying to chase down the Celtics, but. Yeah, Big Jim had a good run tonight. As we see a little contact with the wall by the tube.
Caddy, is Flash 9 actually the leader here?
Robbie is right now, but he hasn't hit yet. Flash 9 will.
So our leader right now is Robbie racing out here, putting in 8th gear. Now I think he's pitting now. Yep. Robbie's one of those silent but deadly guys too. You know what I'm saying? He likes to. Looks like he gets down the pit lane nice and smooth. It is a difficult pit lane to get on and off of here, but he does that very well.
Careful, still there.
Well, not yet, but yeah, that will.
Checking this out. Celtics up here, getting around that. Cole Motorsports, he had himself he was the leader until that incident he had. Parco, he's pitted a couple laps ago, so he's on a mission with that fast Darlington setup tonight. Flash 9 should cycle back out as the leader, but look who's right behind him. Nuka Bob. Nuka got himself his inaugural win not too long ago. Flash 9, that 21 gets a little loose, 12 gets around him.
Right side.
He's a very good driver, good guy to hang out with, talk to in chats and stuff, a lot of good fun with him. I know I was giving him a little bit of grief last night, but... So does that put the 12 into the lead after Robbie pitted then, since he got around Flash 9?
No, he was a lap down.
Oh, so Nuka was Nuka was a lap down, so there that Flash 9 probably stays the leader then.
No,
Thanks for tuning in, Wendy, out there too. Another new name we haven't seen in YouTube for a long time. Wendy Heverton out there, so thanks for tuning in. I do appreciate that. Again, when I tell all my friends and family that I'm racing, love having that out there. Same type of deal. Thanks for tuning in. We got 11 viewers for this race. We had upwards of 20 for the preset race, but again, a lot of those guys, for these guys, probably wait and see what was going on and seeing how many laps was left. But The views too, after we get it, just anywhere from 10 to 25. I think we saw as high as 35 or 45 one night for a race, but I believe that was an all-star race. But the views you get afterwards, Giggity Racing Channel gets upwards of 100, 200 views throughout the week. So we do appreciate everybody out there tuning in. Some changes to come to Giggity next year, but this year, that is season 6. We are still in season 5, back here with the 48. El Parco. Again, that's
something that I am looking forward to for next year is the top 10 will be at the points instead of the top 3.
Yeah, and I could throw a chance in there for a chance at points for the end of the year too. We've seen it sometimes this year too. I've had to talk to my team where like, well, I'm not in championship hunt. Well, you're not, just because you're not in championship hunt doesn't mean you're not still racing for team points. By opening up the top 10 and by opening up that top 10 in points, though, even if you are a lap or two down, you had a bad night, you can still try to race your way up there and get those elusive stage points that can ultimately point your way into the championship next year. Because the 1 point is a make or break difference.
Because I think I'm only 1 point between me, Insanity, and Auburn.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, so on board with the AJ Store Mobile. Again, this race for you, man. We're gonna tune in on Saturday afternoon, Saturday evening. Custom car ran for him tonight.
Yeah, that's gonna be a good race. I'm looking forward to that.
And it's always fun too. You see truck drivers, Xfinity drivers, Cup drivers, but then you also see people from other leagues joining in and support a great cause. And Michigan's one of those fun tracks to race at that run the cancer awareness colors tonight. And it'll be cool to have him up there in the booth and be able to call that with him.
And I believe that's a preset, is it not?
Correct. Yep, preset. Yep, it is a preset. I mean, if it was a custom, I wouldn't want to have to go out there and I'm just kidding. Again tonight, thoughts and prayers to our good friend AJ Storm, AB Jarrett, to his mom and his family. We're still riding around for a couple of laps with him. And we do not run customs unless it's a special occasion. He's running that cancer runners car tonight. I'm thinking of everybody, please hit that button that we have all seen on Facebook and in all the messengers. Anything helps to help these guys out, their family, in a time of need. COVID's a big thing right now, and that's hurting everything. She did have successful surgery today, starting the chemotherapy and radiation very shortly. Some sure recovers from that. So it was awesome to hear that her surgery was a success to recovery.
Yeah, that was awesome. I'm glad to hear that. Because it's really nothing to mess with.
No, absolutely not. Nuka Bob and Flash 9 still hashing it up. And again, Nuka was a lap down.
And I didn't actually know that AJ actually was the one that brought Patty into the league and helped him out, stuff like that, drafted him and dropped the wheel.
Yeah, and even it was kind of a spur of the moment, even a surprise to me from Cole Motorsports and everything to accept the captainship in this elite league of Giggity Racing. He wanted to come over here because I had that 2 car. I wanted him to come over here, but deep down inside, I didn't want to have the 2 car. Not everybody knows I'm a Chevy guy, so I had to make a decision. Do I want to be a brand guy, or do I want to bring AJ over and put him in that 2 car? And ultimately, I think I made a bad mistake there, just because of my pride. And there were some other people out there giving me haggling a little bit about if I had any Fords, which we are Kate Caddy and Big Jim and Crab Legs and Blakey T. That's we'll talk about that a little bit later. But still, what's up, Gabe? How are you doing tonight? Thanks for tuning in. Wide Open Racing tuning in. He says any driver who doesn't complete 3 of the 4 playoff races should be dropped to development. I don't know if that's an actual. because of work and family, and like again tonight's situations where AJ he's able to race tonight, but sometimes you can't always get home and race, or something happens. Again, something happened to Mrs. P and I during the preset race that, I mean, again, it was only 7 o'clock my time, but it is a pretty big emergency, a 911 that happened to us that we got to figure out how to extinguish. So emergencies happen, family happens, life happens. At the end of the day, we say it all the time, this is a video game, we want to be competitive, but if you miss a race due to something like that, instead of just not showing up, that's a different story. And again, Big Dane tonight, he didn't show up. He's been a very dominant car here in the last couple of weeks in the preset series, and I can almost guarantee it was either something with his family or his work that kept him away, because he had worked so hard the last couple of weeks to get up there. So I see where he's coming from, Paul Bear, but you got to take other aspects into it too, because, you know.
Yeah, there's a lot of things going on right now with COVID and like James' terrible thing he's going through right now.
Oh, he said compete, not complete. Sorry, I don't have my teeth in wide open. Again, Wide Open is a competitor out there in our custom Xfinity series. Got himself some wins out there this year. Locked himself into the playoffs. It was pretty good. He's had a little bit of a tough night at Watkins Glen, and I don't know, because Wide Open puts so much time into all of his cars. I mean, he puts days and days and days into it. Always one thread. He said compete, not complete. There we go. And just because Tattoo's here, I had to do it for him since he's concentrating on it. It wouldn't be a pudding broadcast if something wasn't brought up about teeth, right, Daddy?
No,
yeah, so there, Big Dane was at work, and that completes stage 2 right there. But so Big Dane was at work, so that explains that too, you know. So thank you for that there, Quack. We do appreciate that. Gonna give you an update here. Thank you to the one and only K-Taddy, Flash9, Parco, Andale, Speedy Gonzalez, I am Captain Jack in the 3rd spot, AJ Storm up there in the 4th, and Robbie Racing rounds out the top 5 for stage 2. So now here we go, Paul Bear. We're gonna get ready to rack them and stack them and wrap this race up tonight.
Rack them and stack them and race them?
That's right. That sounds even better. First time Mall Bear said that, I was like, oh, I love old Mall Bear. I haven't talked to Mall Bear for a while. Hope she's doing good.
Yes, he is. He's actually sitting here dancing around the living room.
Oh. Yep, so the Bear family, they're sweeping it. She's sweeping out the bear cave right now.
Yeah.
That's the best way to say that?
That's probably the best way to say it.
Yep, yeah, just sweeping out the bear cave as Flash9 and El Parco are going to bring them down out there. AJ Storm sitting in 4th, and he just sit out there in there underneath that stagehand. He said, much love to everybody. No, man, much love to you. Thoughts and everything. This race is for you. Same thing with Saturday. Can't wait to have you up in the booth, but great battle. These cars starting to go single file pretty quick here at Darlington, except for Robbie Racing. He said, Captain Jack, you ain't that fast. I'm going to take this Peugeot and run it up your rear end, because he just said, move, buddy, move. AJ Storm up to that 3rd spot. El Parco, Flash9, AJ Storm for Robbie Racing, and Cola as, again, Captain Jack gets out the back out there. But that's your top 5 right there.
It'd be nice to see AJ come home with the win.
No pressure from behind.
Oh, and you know he's definitely trying.
Captain Jack, I believe, maybe?
Yeah.
Yep, and no matter what, too, we still want to get an AJ up here in the booth afterwards. We used to do top 3 finishes, but no matter where it is, due to time restraints, they try to get 2 races and I try to get definitely the victor. But at night's end, we do want to get AJ up here also. But so
around, I believe.
Paul Bear, you might have to help me out with that, just so I don't, or Taddy, so I don't have to blue screen for a split second. If need be, it would be you know, I'm sure everybody would not be disappointed with that blue screen or the black box syndrome. Yeah, Captain Jack way up the pace now. AJ up to third, Cole up to fourth, Flash 9 second. Oh, AJ kisses that wall again. Here comes Cole underneath him. Battle back here, big battle. Robbie Racing, Celtics, K Caddy, Nuka Bob. Again, let's give a big shout out to our sponsor. Thank you to JCR. JCR has put up the prize money this year.
Now,
Captain.
I know JCR is sponsoring JTV. Are they actually sponsoring development too?
I believe it's just Giggity.
All the way up. Get up. Get up.
I'm
Way
doing
high.
math in my head right now. Like I said, they have put up a monetary amount. Ooh, somebody's honking the horn. Just heard that. But the monetary amount in my head. I'll have to reach out to them too and see if we can't do something for the development series, because those guys and gals work so hard also. So, I mean, and what you and Ma Bear do, you guys do an awesome job on Fridays. You guys make it run so seamless.
We like helping. It's helping them too, right? We want to have everybody have as much fun as they can.
Oh, sorry. I hadn't heard that horn in the background, which was apparently my neighbor out there. He said that's the 12 car telling the 7 to go. But yeah, no, again, just because it's a development series doesn't mean it's not the Giggity development series. So let me reach out to them, and we can get you an answer here in the next day or two, Mom and Paul Bear. And again, you guys work so hard. It's so fun to watch the races. Again, very rarely do I miss even watching those. Quite often participate at the tracks I do enjoy. Because they do not look for putting appearances Friday. But I had a good fun at Canadian Tire with Doc and Vroom and all of them, and then Icy in the preset race. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, Ma Bear, she likes racing the Canadian Tire. She the ones that she likes racing, I get somebody else to do.
But she had a good run the other night too.
Yes, she did.
Yeah, very good run there. If Giggity did give out a most improved driver of the year, I think Malfair would have to definitely step on stage in a nice, beautiful dress and raise that trophy above her head and spray champagne over everybody.
I agree 100%.
Now, Paul Bear, we'll work with you though.
Yeah, I definitely need some work.
Oh, and AJ just said he's not happy out there. Something happened to his race. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Trying to check back. I'm not seeing where AJ's at right now.
Pit road.
So he's on pit road right now. Well, maybe he can strategize his way back up there then, getting 4 fresh tires. He'll be faster than everybody on the track right now. Battle for the lead though is Cole Motorsports Flash 9, that 48 of El Parco. We're gonna keep it here just for a second. Good run up here. El Parco, if he wins, he said he wanted to redo it, and that's not happening.
Just after AJ come off pit road, he went right straight up and right into the wall.
Oh no. Here comes Flash 9 making a move. Mustang making a move on the Camaro. He's in a Mustang sandwich. Oh, and Cola gets around Flash 9. Just like AJ Storm, we just saw him a couple weeks ago in the Winter Heat Series. Flash 9, Cole Motorsports, we saw them out there on the track. We saw one of our buddies, Fluffy, out there, Cody. We saw Max Boost out there, participant next year in Giggity Racing.
Did you try the Winter Series this year?
Oh, absolutely not. No, 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 absolutely not. I mean, I don't want to have to go to a road course and show everybody up. I'm not going to do that to them. I don't want to embarrass them. I mean, what would you going to say? I just got beat by a dude named Puddin'? I mean, I don't want to embarrass him like that. I don't want to embarrass him like that.
Me and Doc maybe yesterday or the day before. And I think it must have been when it first started, because I was 17th in the A class.
Oh, well, if you're 17th in A class, here I come.
Well, I think that was when it first started. Had to
No, Paul, you've done a great job too, and I remember of all things too. It was Dirt Dog. Dirt Dog said, "Hey man, I know this guy named Paul Bear," and I thought your name was actually like Paul Bearer. Like, you know, yeah, so, you know, he said, "Hey, I know this guy, Paul Bear," and it's actually Paul Bear, so I thought it was, yeah, the other way around, and, but he brought you over here in belt and everything, but when it comes to the Heat Series, I wish I would have tried out at quite a few of these tracks. I do think I could compete, but at the same time, if 704 is listening, there's a spot out there for me. I know there is. It's in the booth. How y'all doing? But you know, yeah, it's in it. But just to watch those races and say that you know these people and you hang out with these people and race with these people, just to see them out there succeeding, it gives me a little bit of a warm fuzzy feeling too. To say, hey, right before this, Cole Motorsports and I were 9 and I were out there playing Call of Duty.